This is the huge tube that the vinyl wrap came in. It's 5 foot long by I think 45 feet or 50 feet. So my buddy and I tried wrapping the door first. First of all, this handle was a pain to remove, so we decided to leave it on and just cut around it. We decided to do this door first, and when we first did it, we didn't heat up the material, and when we put it on, the material is very brittle, so when we started applying it over the handle, it cracked, so we couldn't use that piece anymore. So we decided to put it on the rear, and when we did the rear, we applied too much heat, so we're just starting from the top and then pulling it all in every which direction. And what happened was, when you're pulling it in every direction, it starts creating these kind of creases, and this was not a very good job. First we pulled it from the bottom that way, and then we tried fixing it to go that way, and this is what it ended up like. So I'll leave it like this for now, and if I have extra material, I'll fix this. After that, we decided to do this door again with the same technique, too much heat, and when we applied it, we got more creases here as well once it focuses in. So I decided to do something else. So on this one, which turned out a whole lot better, what I did was I put the sheet on, and then I preheated the material so that it expanded, or that the sheet took the form of the car, and then I pulled it off, and without a heat gun I just tried applying it on as smooth as I could, and there are barely any creases except the ones right here and the ones right here. So I feel pretty confident in doing this, like preheating it, and then let's see, I did this one afterwards too, and this one was pretty good. Don't look at that, but this one was pretty good. I put the material on top, I preheated it so it took the shape of the curve, then I peeled it off, and then I applied it and squeegeed it to the sides, so that turned out pretty well. So I'm pretty confident. I'm going to try doing the hood now, and we'll see how it goes, and after that I'll bring the car back in forwards so then I can work on the other side. And if I have extra material, then I'll redo the door and the trunk. I have most of the car wrapped, and I want to redo the trunk because that was the first piece I attempted, and due to the cold weather I started using heat gun, and I guess the material stretched too much. So underneath this, it looks pretty bad. There's like a ton of bubbles or a ton of creases right there, so I'm gonna pull this entire piece out. And right now I was just letting this material get to temperature. The optimal temperature is at least 75 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and right now it's showing it's at 105 to around 107. This is like perfect temperature. So I'm gonna take the old material off, and then I'm going to put the new one on without applying heat or with minimal heat gun usage. I have most of the trim pieces off, and I'm going to clean them down right now, and then I'll wrap it with the matte black vinyl wrap. It's been a few months since I've installed this vinyl wrap, and from a distance it looks pretty good, but if you actually look up close, there's a lot of the imperfections that are starting to show up. So I was approached by this company called VViViD, where they wrap your entire car with advertisements, and I was selected for that. So this Thursday I'm scheduled to get my car wrapped, so I need to take all this off. So if you look closely, it's not too bad, but there's these imperfections that are starting to show up. So I wasn't really pleased with the results. After a while, it was pretty difficult to apply to. So this area, I didn't heat it high enough to kill the memory effect, so this started popping up. And where else? This started popping up there. This area I screwed up from the beginning. On the side of the door, start peeling off. This I didn't do correctly. This fender is pretty good. On the hood, not too bad either. These were like the last pieces that I installed, so they look a lot better. But there was this area that started to crack, and I patched it up. So from a distance, it doesn't look too bad, but either way, I need to remove it. So I'm gonna do that right now. I finished pulling all the decals off, and then I washed the car, or wiped it down a little bit. So this is the car after the decals have been removed.